It's very easy to get discouraged by the world and what's happening around you, by some of the lockdowns and regulations and rules that are being imposed upon you in your markets. This is happening everywhere. It doesn't make you happy, it doesn't make you enthusiastic, and it sure as hell doesn't make you want to be there. Don't do it. Stop doing it right now. Sometimes, and this happens to me all the time in our business, you even generate the revenue and then have it called back on you because somebody's unable to go through with a contract.
What is up, YouTube? Matt McKeever here, and in today's video, Adam Martin from my team is going to break down for you why he doesn't think business cards build businesses. And it really does come down to being relationship oriented versus transactional. A lot of people, when they're using their business cards, they're actually very transactional. Business card trading hands without really making an impression or trying to build a relationship. But let's jump into Adam's perspective on business cards.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Adam J.D. Martin, and today I'm going to be talking to you about an ebook that I actually wrote regarding liftoff. Now, liftoff is what I see is the biggest challenge for you to get your business off the ground. The reason I wrote and titled this ebook Liftoff was because of NASA's article, The Tyranny of the Rocket Equation. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I'm a 27-year-old real estate investor here in London, Ontario. For the past 3 years, I've actually been working daily with Matt McKeever in order to build some of his businesses with him. We've partnered now on what is one of Canada's largest wholesaling businesses and been able to actually develop that business to a point where it's crossed the 7-figure range. And just this year, we were able to reproduce those results, which took almost 3 years to do, within the first quarter of this year. Now, this book, Liftoff, is actually a categorization and documentation of my thoughts on how I would do it all again if I had to, and how I would launch another business if forced to do so. This video is going to be one of many in a series where I'm going to present to you Liftoff verbally and share with you some of my thoughts on the various chapters. Now, this is chapter 1, and today we're going to be talking about how business cards don't build businesses. Now, I know you guys have probably studied a bit of business, maybe some of you even went to business school. I did the same. I've actually got a degree in international business management, and it has been helpful despite what a lot of people on the internet might say. I do actually now look back very fondly on some of the lessons that I took from that business school. However, I don't think I really understood it at the time. And I think if you haven't yet tried experimenting with getting your business off the ground, if you haven't actually been out there trying to do some sales, trying to get your product in somebody else's hand and really developing that unique product offering for your customers so that they actually understand the features, but more importantly, the benefits of why you're doing what you do, I think it's really important to take a step back and just listen to me for a few minutes and try with an open mind to imagine what I'm saying. One of the biggest mistakes I see people doing right now is they start a business and day one, they want to have the most beautiful website. Okay, they want this perfect website that has zero flaws. It's got, it's been obviously designed by some graphic designer or designed by the entrepreneur themselves, spending hundreds of hours building it out. Or they're focusing on how to get the best business card. Okay, you guys been watching too much American Psycho. I love the movie too, but it's really not what's going to get your business off the ground. Okay, if you guys want to go 0 to 1, which is a concept that Peter Thiel talks about, you're going to really have to work a lot more on the things that actually matter. Step 1, things that I think are super important, much more important than the perfect website or the perfect business card, is understanding your why. Okay, if you don't understand your why, it's very easy to get caught up in the day-to-day and lose your purpose inside the business. It's very easy to get discouraged by the world and what's happening around you. Some of you might even be getting discouraged right now by some of the lockdowns and regulations and rules that are being imposed upon you in your markets. This is happening everywhere. It happened actually globally. If you don't have a strong why, it'd be very easy to give up right now. In fact, probably half of your peers and some of your mentors and even your family and friends probably wouldn't even blame you. They'd actually say, yeah, you know what, you tried, but things happen, right? The environment happens around you. The thing is though, things don't just happen to those people that really understand their why. You're very intentional once you get a deep understanding of why it is that you're doing what you do, and you're much more effective at maintaining focus throughout your business when things are going wrong. Sometimes, and this happens to me all the time in our business, you even generate the revenue and then have it called back on you because somebody's unable to go through with a contract, or for whatever reason, the contract's in frustration, or the motivations of your buyer change last minute. And there's so many of these occasions where we get really pumped up and somebody looks like they're about to buy from us. They look like they're about to spend money with us. They look like they're about to sign the contract, and then they pull out last second because of new information, different motivations, changes in their life, changes in the environment, like regulations and rules being imposed upon you. It happens all the time. And if you don't understand your why, it's very easy to drop the business and forget what you were doing it for in the first place. And I think it's really important that you don't do that, okay? Things like employee turnover, right? People might leave your team. Competitors might actually actively work against you having the best people. They might try and poach them, okay? They might try and outsell you in certain markets. They might strategically market right where they know you've got the most opportunity, okay? It's very difficult out there. There's a lot of competition, but if you understand your why, it will get you through those hard times and the lean times when you don't have as much cash. And that's why I think understanding your why is the number one thing you can do, because it's directly in your control. Why are you doing this? Nobody else can take it from you. Okay, they can influence things around you. They can try and affect your business, but if you understand your why, you will always drive for those results that you need to cross the finish line. The second thing I would really, really want you to focus on before the website or the business cards is people and partnerships. One of the things that I've learned over the last 3 years working with Matt McKeever is it's impossible to get the same or better results alone that it would be to do it with a partner. Okay, quite often with partners, you're actually working with each other to incentivize each other to do more. I know, and I've said it on this channel already, but I'll say it again, I am far more accountable to Matt than I am to myself. Okay, I will cheat on myself all day, okay? I can skip that workout, no problem. I'll eat that cheat meal. That's fine, right? I'll do that type of stuff to myself, but what I'll never ever do is tell Matt that I'm gonna be there for something and then not perform on it, okay? Now that doesn't mean I don't miss deadlines sometimes. We all miss deadlines. That's the point of a deadline, is to miss the damn thing so that you can hit it on the second deadline. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's times when I don't wanna get out of bed. There's times where I don't want to show up. There's times where I just wanna go on vacation and friggin' go to an island somewhere and do nothing, but I don't. And why don't I do that? Because I know I've got an obligation to this partnership to make things work. Beyond that, once you start empowering people and putting the right people in the right positions, having staff, you're gonna be accountable to them. Okay, that's another big reason why, as a leader and as an entrepreneur, I do make sure that I show up every single day, is because I've got a lot of people depending on me. If I don't do my job, it's possible that this business could fail, leading these guys to fail on their goals, leading these guys to have to answer to their families and their loved ones that they are providing for. That's just something I can't handle. On the other side of people and partnerships, it's really important to focus on the skills that you don't have. Okay, you should hire out for those skills that you are not a professional at, that you're not the best at. Everybody in the company should be doing what they're best at, okay? You should have people in the right positions. That's gonna make business so much easier for yourself. When you have the right person doing the right job, you're gonna get 3 times the results as somebody that can, sure enough, do the job, but they don't enjoy it or they don't want to be doing it. It's never a good mix. It's never gonna work out. You're not gonna get the results that you want. And that counts for you too. If you're doing things right now that you know you shouldn't be doing because it doesn't make you happy, it doesn't make you enthusiastic, and it sure as hell doesn't make you want to be there, don't do it. Stop doing it right now and figure out who would be the ideal person to do that. Now, if you haven't got to the third point yet, the third point's revenue. So if you haven't got to the point where you have revenue, sometimes it's gonna be hard to empower those people and source those jobs and actually get those people in place. So you might have to suck it up for a little bit until you get the revenue taken care of. But that's why revenue is our third point. Okay, it's actually incredibly important that you figure out how to generate revenue for your company. And it's not, please, it's not gonna be from the business card. It's not the perfect website that's gonna get you that revenue faster. It's gonna be making connections, putting yourself out there, understanding your buyer's needs, and understanding what it is that they would come to you for. What are the features and benefits? What are you selling these people on? What do they need in order to say yes to you? And the easiest way to find that out is to go and talk to a lot of those people. I get this question all the time because one of our unique abilities or one of our core competencies and competitive advantages advantages in our business is we have more buyers than anybody. Okay, we've got more buyers for sure than the bottom 80% of our competition has all put together. And the reason why we have that is because we spent a tremendous amount of time networking hand to hand with people, making connections and building deep, strong connections with people and offering value first. Okay, one of the current things that we do right now is we train free weekly seminars on how to buy our products better. That's kind of what the point of those videos, but the actual webinars themselves are educational in nature. We're teaching people about subject matters related to our business, okay? So in terms of real estate, you know, we might teach somebody how to get better financing, or we might teach somebody how to buy more buildings, or what the various investing strategies are. And when we teach them these things, they become better at buying our products as an inherent sort of benefit of knowing those things. So that's why it's so important that we lead with value first, and they want to transact with us. So I think it's very important that we use these revenue generation things like networking and actually asking our customers what they want to empower us to be able to make the right decisions. If you talk to 1,000 of your potential buyers and they all tell you that they would buy from you if you had the perfect website, maybe that is what you need to do. But I think you'll find out that there's much more to the story. They want the actual product that helps them, that solves their problem, that gives them the feeling that they want, right? And they'll tell you about this, and all you have to do is ask. And we've had tremendous success by just asking our buyers what they want. Okay, now if what they want is not possible for you to do, whether because of barriers to entry or because it's just simply not possible. Some people want the moon and they can't have it. That's fine. You still need to survey them to understand what their top few things are. And there's a couple great strategies related to this. One of the first great strategies, release immediately whatever it is that you have. Okay, create your plan, understand your why, empower the right people in order to have that vision come to life. Then put out your most basic minimum viable product so that the market can test your product. They can feel it, they can touch it, they can interact with it, they can see if it is what they want, and then immediately survey everybody that touches that product on whether or not it is in fact what they wanted. What was their expectation and what was reality? And then go back to the drawing board and release new features or improvements based on their exact feedback so that you know you can get the same type of buyer to buy again, or you could even get the same buyer buying again with the new and improved product. And I think that is how we can actually get our products and our business off the ground well before we spend hours dicking around on Vistaprint or GoDaddy or whatever sorts of platforms you guys are using right now trying to freaking build the best website. Nobody cares about your website. Nobody's going to go there anyways because they haven't heard of you. Okay, that's the first step. Get people to know who you are and what you're trying to do, and then ask your customers, your exact people that you want to transact with, what it is that they want. And you might turn around, you might have a different business than what you were hoping for, and that's okay too. You just have to form to the market. And if that's not the business you want to do at the end of the day, go back to the drawing board and reanalyze your why. Is your why stable? Okay, everything that you build is built upon that foundation that is your why. And if you can't get that thing right, you're never going to make it in business. I'm telling you, you'll give up way too early. And I don't want that for you. So this has been a verbalization of some of my thoughts regarding chapter 1 on business cards don't build businesses. I think it's really important that if you want to build a business and get it off the ground, you really focus on your why, you focus on people and partnerships, and then you focus on getting revenue. These are the things that are going to keep you alive. And if you want to hear more on this book and on this subject matter, stay here on Matt's channel because I'm actually filming several of these videos regarding this topic. And the next few videos I know you're going to love because we're going to be talking about starting with the end in mind, and we're also going to be talking about how to actually generate revenue and some of the problems that revenue can solve that you might not have even known you had. Okay, so thank you guys. My name again is Adam J.D. Martin. If you want more of this content, stay tuned.
Thanks again to Adam for taking the time to shoot today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.